Aloha and welcome, video viewers. This is Panther, and we are playing a vampire story. That's with a Y. Not a particular question, but for some reason, instead of an I in vampire, they decided to go with a Y.
It's a broken boomerang that has been taped up and somewhat repaired.
Somewhere in Australia, there's an aboriginal running around completely defenseless.
This will be useful. I'll take it.
Let's see.
Must be the back entrance to the stadium. The fine print underneath says, Scarlet Bovine Memorial Arena. Athletes entrance only. Spectators, please use main entrance. Trespassers will first be taunted, then severely beaten.
Oh, goody.
It's an old crate filled with garbage and trash. It's an old crate filled with garbage and trash.
Huh.
It's a poster for a magic show. It looks like he's supposed to be some sort of escape artist. I wonder if his show is any good. It's a poster for the Waving Goth Guy art experience. It says he's the hottest new artist to hit Gothford Falls since the Azrael of the Quo's art experience. It's a window overlooking the alley. There sure are a lot of people in there.
Yeah, based on all the noise, I'd say they're partying like it's 1899.
100 years off. Okay, do not know what this is all about.
No, I don't think so. I don't have time to go to a party. Besides, I wasn't invited. It appears to be a rather dark and deep access point to the sewer system.
It's called a manhole.
Besides the smell, I have no idea what creepy, crawly, slimy things are down there.
Okay. Come on.
I can't just bite in public. It appears to be a set of double doors with no handle or keyhole. I can't just open it. It's a locked door. And there's no keyhole, so it must be locked from the inside. And as far as I can tell, the building has no open windows.
Oh, okay. Wraps around. Come on.
Hey, British! The strings holding it to the door are too strong. I can't pull it free.
No, I don't think so.
Mona? What are you doing?
I read somewhere that grunting like an animal improves your accuracy when throwing or playing tennis.
I'll take your word for it. Let her rip.
Woo.
What a beautiful window! Look how the red is juxtaposed with the green.
It looks like a cross between Christmas and a Munich beer hall.
You're always so negative, Frederick.
Who's being negative? Both are festive occasions that involve heavy drinking. You can't go wrong with that.
That's one way to put it.
Who is it?
My name is Mona de Lafitte, and I'm inquiring about the horse that you are selling.
I'd love to help you out, but I can't right now.
Is there anything I can help you with?
Actually, maybe you can. You see, the door's locked, and my son threw the frickin' key out the window. Now no one can get in or out.
Frickin'.
If you help me get the door open, I'll give you the horse.
Would there be a better time for me to return?
Probably, but I don't know when that would be.
Why not?
Like I said, I'm stuck in here, and until the key is found, there's not much I can do.
Why do you talk so strangely?
What are you talking about?
Your accent. It's unlike anything I've ever heard.
Oh, that? My husband and I just moved out here from New Jersey.
I'd like some information on the horse.
What do you want to know?
What's the horse's name?
The man we bought him from in Italy said his name is Il Cavallo Senza Valore, but we call him Buttercup.
What breed is it?
It's a miniature Albanian Appaloosa Halfling pony.
That's quite an impressive sounding breed.
Well, he's actually just a mutt.
How old is he?
I'm not sure, really. But judging by his size, I guess he's pretty young yet.
When was the last time you had his shoes rotated?
Oh, we regularly rotate the shoes every 6 months or 7,000 miles.
He's not a fucking car. Excuse my language.
How many kilometers has it been ridden?
Well, the pedometer was broken when we bought him. But the man who sold him to us said he only had 90 kiloleagues on him. And we haven't ridden him that much since then.
Do you have another key somewhere?
My husband has one, but I don't know when he'll be home from work.
What does your husband do for work?
He's a door-to-door spatula salesman. Sometimes he leaves for days at a time.
I'd like to hear more about New Jersey.
Sure. Like what?
What's it like there?
It's actually pretty nice. Especially once you get used to the pollution, overpopulation, traffic.
It sounds delightful.
Okay.
Are there any operas there?
Oh, yes.
Really?
That's what I miss the most. Not a day goes by here when I don't wish I could watch my soap operas.
Soap operas?
I guess we're not talking about the same kind of operas.
No.
Do you miss your homeland?
I sure do. Living out here in the sticks don't hold a candle to life in the big city.
What caused your son to act so rudely?
Oh, I threatened to have that weird Baron Shroudy come over to babysit him if he didn't eat his turnips. I guess he really didn't want that to happen.
Do you know where the key is now?
Well, he threw it out the window, so it couldn't have gone far.
Where did you say the key went?
I don't know exactly. Somewhere out there.
Beneath the pale moonlight?
Sure. Whatever.
That's enough information for now.
Fine by me.
Can't get enough of this, though.
It's a window that's been broken from the inside. Based on the spiderweb effect created as the window was breached, the object in question was metallic, approximately 4 inches long, with a total weight not exceeding 27.5 grams. I would estimate the object in question flew no more than 23 meters. That's adjusting for a moderate wind, of course.
Wow, Mona. You're either a great detective or had a distinguished career as a cat burglar before you moved on to opera.
And yet she's got problems figuring out that she's a freaking vampire.
24700 McBean Parkway. This is where the woman who was selling the draft horses lives. It appears to be a well.
That's one hell of a throw. If it's in here. Oh, come on. Close. Close. Ah.
I'm feeling adventurous. I'm going to fly down into the well and look around.
You go do that, and I'll stand lookout for well inspectors.
Scared?
No, just concerned that exploring a strange place might make me anxious, overly alert, and panicky. But scared? Never.
Despite the fact that that's basically what being scared is. And let's not dwell on that. Well, there's the key.
It's a frozen key. I bet it's the same one that Mrs. Martinelli was looking for. Let's grab it and take it back to her.
There's a slight problem. It's frozen under the ice. There's no way for us to get it out of there. Unless, of course, you have heat vision.
Oh, do I? Is that one of my special vampire powers?
That depends. You aren't from Krypton by any chance, are you?
No, I'm from Paris.
Heat vision is out, but you do have the power to be incredibly rude to tourists.
It's an old frozen bucket.
Any holes in it, dear Liza?
No, I don't see any. And don't call me Liza. A bucket might be useful. I'll keep it in mind.
Kilroy
Class of
was here.
1874. Of Draxylvania High, no doubt.
Yeah, that was the year they didn't win a single game. Apparently, after one of their worst games, the coach made everybody run laps until sunrise, and when the sun came out, all of the players exploded. A pretty common mistake with young coaches.
Kilroy was here. What does that mean?
Don't know, but whoever wrote it really didn't like Roy.
Okay. Let's take a look around.
It's a very heavy, very bright lantern. It's a barrel full of
Monkeys?
water. It's a barrel full of water.
Monkey water?
It'll be full of annoying bat water in a minute. It's a hayloft.
Yuck! It's an entire room filled with scarecrow innards.
That's one way of putting
Hay
it.
is for horses, not vampire bats.
At least she's, owning up to being a vampire now.
It's a boathouse. It looks like there's some kind of gathering going on inside. Perhaps later.
Strange.
It's a sign that says, sign.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that that is a sign for a sign shop.
Oh, please let me in. A werewolf ate my ticket.
The Draxylvanian Black Cross blood drive is underway.
My name is Mona de Lafitte. What's yours?
Detective Lou Crane at your service. I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss De Lafitte.
Don't forget, it's free.
How long have you been assigned to this stadium?
I've been doing stadium duty for 2 years now, and I love it. In that time, I might add, illegal attendance has been cut by over 92%.
Only 92%? You seem to be quite a responsible security guard. How is the other 8% getting past you?
I've asked myself that question many times. The only thing I can conclude is that somehow they're sneaking through a side door.
And where would this side door be located? And how come you haven't locked it?
Well, it is locked, but somehow those pesky 8% keep getting in. I'm afraid I cannot disclose its exact location, as that would be a rather serious breach of security. It's the athletes' entrance, and the Gothford United team has made me swear never to reveal its location, especially to anyone from Gothford Falls.
Bovine Stadium. Giveaway sponsored by...
How do you like working your stadium assignment?
Very much so. I get to see all kinds of games, famous athletes, and the occasional stadium concert. Why, Van Hougen themselves played here last month. That Edward Van Hougen plays himself a mean oboe.
How did you earn such a cushy assignment?
The position actually opened up after the 1893 championships. After the Gosford United lost the game again, the fans rioted and the old constable who had the assignment was trampled to death. So, the position became available. Quite a lucky break, actually.
I'm not sure the poor old guy who was trampled to death would agree with you.
I agree with that.
How can I get a ticket for the game?
Sorry, madame. I'm afraid this event is only for constables, their families, and the people the constables sold their tickets to, and the scalpers they sold those tickets to, and the people who bought those scalp tickets. This match between Vlad's Landing All Blacks and Gothford Falls United, a huge long-standing rivalry, has been sold out for weeks.
Draxylvanian Black Cross blood drive is underway. Donations accepted.
Worked on any interesting cases?
Oh, goodness, where do I start? I have a million ones to tell you about, all full of brilliant twists, turns, and wonderful detective work by me. Which case you want to hear? I have all night. You won't be disappointed.
Good one, Mona.
How about your first case? That ought to be short.
The year was 1865, and I had just completed my 4 extra years in Draxylvania Detective School.
Nope, you were wrong. As usual.
Most young rookies do not have the privilege of being asked into detective school. But you see, I was a captain of the Junior Occult Hunters of Draxylvania Society, an organization that I started thanks in part to the money I got from a bounty that practically fell into my lap.
Let's see.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I ask you about your first case? What I meant to say was, I'm dreadfully tired and I need my beauty sleep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yes.
Well then, if you must go rest, you must. Any more questions for me before you go and rest?
Thank you. I need to go now.
Good evening to you then.
Okay. Well, I'm not getting in that way, that's for sure.
It's a boat.
It's a houseboat.
It looks like a window to the kitchen of a busy restaurant. The people all seem to be watching something blue with moving images on it.
Yeah, bars and restaurants are now renting crystal balls from gypsies so their customers can eat and watch the game.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I better not. The chef might mistake me for a chicken, cut off my head, and fry me up.
You'd technically be French food, too. French fried vampire bat. A rare treat for the locals.
I don't want to scare anyone in there. It's the door to the dress shop. For some reason, I can't get close to it.
It's the cross hanging above the door. Just like at the boathouse, the cross is keeping you away. You don't happen to have another animated golem body tucked away in that dress of yours, do you? Preferably one that's about 10 meters tall?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, it looks like we're gonna have to find another way to deal with that cross. Maybe we should take a look at the Vampire for Dummkopf book that Madame Strigoi gave you.
Keeps telling me that black fabric is something that can defend against that.
Oh, Fodrick! There might be bats up there. Do you have any relatives living up there?
Not that I know of. But there could be some poor suckers up there hiding from the Belfry boys. As you know, they can be pretty good at collecting their debts.
No, I better not. I don't want to disturb any sleeping bats.
Oops.
It looks like a closet full of horse gear.
Hey, wait.
These two items won't combine together.
Aw.
These two items won't combine together. These two items won't combine together. These two items won't combine together.
Oh, so that's what that is. I was wondering what the hell that was. It's her feet under the door.
Well, all right then.
Maybe I can use the mystery stew to melt the ice. And here we go.
Now this ought to melt you free.
I think it must have...
Frozen? You think?
It was a good plan.
Oh, man!
Damn.
It's a frozen key. I bet it's the same one that Mrs. Martinelli was looking for. Let's grab it and take it back to her.
There's...
Oh, Oh, do I?
That depends.
No.
Yeah, we've heard that before. Damn it.
It's a three-legged sitting device used to hold up people's backsides.
Somewhere, somebody is playing the piano standing up.
Okay. There we go.
It looks like a pentagram. It's a sign of evil magic, sorcery, demonology, and heavy metal.
Chun 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 chun.
Okay.
It's an open window. I think not. We would probably give Madame Strigoi a heart attack.
She's a fortune teller. She can't be surprised.
I'm constantly surprised by your stupidity.
I stand corrected.
It's a crescent moon.
Shouldn't there be a cow jumping over that?
Was that your voice I heard in my head?
Yes, I have the ability to send messages to those who are, shall we say, sensitive to the supernatural.
How did you know my name?
I have been watching you two ever since Mona came to Droxylvania and was imprisoned by Shroudy in the castle. What goes on in Castle Varg interests me very much. But I don't want to bore you with all that right now.
Watching us all the time, huh? Maybe you should change your name to the nosiest nosy person to ever stick a nose where it doesn't belong.
You better be nice to me, Froderick. I know all about you and your troubles. I'm sure the Belfry boys would like to know that you have finally left the safety of the castle.
Oh, well, what I meant to say was, you should be called the most forgiving forgiver who ever forgave things that should definitely be forgiven. That work for you?
Forgiven for now.
Mean
Why have you
streak.
summoned me here?
I know your plight, and I know how best to prepare you for your journey home.
Oh, good. What plight?
Mona, she means your, transformation into a, Vampire.
V-A-M. Oh, vampire! I am most definitely not a vampire. Fodrick is so silly.
Really? You're not a vampire? Then how do you explain the sleeping by day in a coffin, no less, the drinking of blood and turning into a bat, eh? Explain that, smarty pants.
I don't drink blood. Yuck. It's just...
Yeah, I heard. Salty tasting Merlot. Listen, honey, I have news for you. Shroudy killed you, drained you of blood, fed you some of his blood, then brought you back to Castle Varg as a vampire. You better learn to accept that pretty quick. There, no need to cry. I'm here to help you get back to Paris. As a vampire, you can live an extraordinary life, or a life as it were. It will be wonderful, and just as fulfilling as a regular life. Don't let it get you down. Child, just do what I say and you'll be fine.
Really? Truly? Thank you for your kindness. I will listen. I'm all pointed ears. Tell me what I have to do.
Hang on a second, Toots. We don't even know you.
What is there to know? I am a gypsy fortune teller who looks after favored vampires. Plus, anything I can do to annoy Baron Shroudy just brightens my day.
See, Fodrick? Nothing to worry about. She's just a good Samaritan, that is all.
I don't know. I think the knower of all things knows some things she doesn't want us to know.
Relax, Froderick. I feel bad for Mona. It isn't her fault what happened to her. I just want to help the poor girl out.
What is up with the creepy music?
I tried playing country music for a while, but it just didn't seem to work. The sun burns my skin, my best friend's a bat. The mirror shows me nothing, I smell like a rat. Oh, I'm just a vampire girl. When the moon comes up, I wake with the start. I'm feeling so sad, like I got a stake in my heart. Oh, I'm just a vampire girl.
Now that is scary.
Do you want to hear the verse where her carriage breaks down and her dog runs away?
No! No thank you.
Fine, suit yourself. I'm easy.
I'm really glad that they didn't. Yeah, just no.
You seem to know so much about us. How is that possible?
I'm afraid that is a very long story.
Well, lady, we have nothing better to do, so shoot.
The story begins many years ago.
On second thought, lady, I have bad circulation problems and can't sit for long stretches of time.
I was born in Romania in 1829. My mother was a famous gypsy fortune teller, renowned throughout the land for her mystical arts and crafts.
Crafts?
Yes, my mother used to make these cute little papier-mâché cat figures, only it was cats doing human things. You know, cats driving a wagon, cats plowing the field, cats being burned at the stake.
Always good for a laugh.
Yes, well, never mind the crafts. It's the mystical arts that concern your story. As I grew older, my mother began to instruct me in the ways of magic, but her knowledge was limited, and as I grew older, my hunger for power increased. Soon I sought out others beyond my mother to teach me what they could. In time, I grew far more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Did you know that with great power comes great responsibility?
And usually some colorful tights.
Fodrick, stifle. Please continue.
Soon I realized that I had reached the limit of what mere mortals could teach me. My skills could only be increased by looking beyond this world. I began to research the world of supernatural beings, demons, werewolves, mummies, and of course, vampires.
How did you find this information?
Let's just say I happened to find a lot of like-minded people and we exchanged information. My power and knowledge grew quite a bit while I was associating with these people.
Gee, you don't say.
I do say. But I got more than I bargained for. My desire for power made me do things I didn't realize I was capable of doing.
Oh my! If you don't mind me asking, what sort of things?
I am ashamed to admit it, but I acquired this arcane knowledge in less than honest ways.
I get it. The 5-finger discount.
You know, it would only take me 2 fingers to place a curse on you that would last 5 generations.
Yeah? Well, it would only take 1 finger for me to tell you what I think of you and your curses.
Oh, Fodrick, stop it! She's being honest with us. Don't antagonize her. Please go on, Madame Strigoi.
Thank you, sweetheart. There isn't much more to say. I have led a life of foul deeds and shame, and now in my waning years, I have made it my sole purpose in life to undo any evil I have done, correct my wanton mistakes, and in general try and set wrongs to right. Tonight, I will correct the wrong that has been done to you by getting you on the path home to Paris.
That was a long one.
Grave dirt, coffin, horse, and wagon. Got it. Nothing else, right?
Close enough.
Au revoir! It's a magical tiki monster-faced bulletin board.
What the hell is that?
I have no idea. I'm just reading the description.
Fourth wall.
It's a rather amazing symbol. Just looking at it makes me think of humor, creativity, and a passion for adventure.
Games?
Fodrick, we don't have time to play games right now. Maybe once we are on the ship. It's a soup ladle for this stew-like substance that I think is supposed to be food.
Smells good to me.
You are so not French.
I am so happy about that.
Not hungry. It's a very hot pot of, I assume, stew of some kind?
Like my mama always said, as long as you add enough spices, you can't taste the horse meat.
It's my former prison, Castle Varg. It's a sign.
No shinola, Sherlock. What does it say for our listening audience?
I don't like to read.
Read. Yeah, I remember. Okay. It says, to the Draxylvania picnic grounds and graveyard south 2 miles, 1 mile north to Vlad's Landing, 5 miles north to the Lake Varg Dam and Waterworks, and 7 miles north to Dreadrock Gorge and Gothford Falls. Speed kills, no dumping and no parking from here to the Dead Tree from noon till 6 p.m. Violators will be booted at owner's expense, the VPD.
Speed kills.
Fly, fly, fly. It's overrated, you know. I think I could fly up there, but I wouldn't be able to land due to all the crosses repelling me. It's a swing set. Kids like to play on them. Maybe this will add a little color to you.
Seems like a humongous waste of black
He
ink.
looks like a charcoal-flavored snow cone.
No, I don't think so. 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 No, I don't think so.
Well, Anyway. Comes that time again, so as always folks, have fun, be safe, and aloha.